joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Buffaloes will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Houston's offense will have the ball first. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before. And that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they faced this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
Hey, they're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. Want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. So Colorado's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the pass game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Buffaloes will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28. The Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Right down the middle. Intercepted. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. This offense has it with really good field position. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He'll try to do it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Fires on the move. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, It's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. Back to pass, it's Wegman. They've got the screen set up. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. That's a tight end. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. A 1st and 10 for this offense.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Trying to beat the D deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Connors. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, 1st down here. They'll leave it with the lone back. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Well, they try to go with the draw out of the shotgun, but just way too much penetration allowed up front. That defensive line just took that play over.
They get off the rock really fast, get in the backfield. The offensive linemen are supposed to push them upfield. Quarterback's got to sell it. Not anything really in that play in sync, and it anywhere.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Okay, and the Cougars trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to pass their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Looking for a man. It's Salter. Oh, they're after him. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. And the Buffaloes have this offense rolling. Wants to throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's Hayden. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Oh, he can't hang on. Those arms might have favored an alligator there, and it'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got a man. It's Welch. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48. And the Buffaloes will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. And that, my friends, is getting the perfect bounce, the perfect punt, and the perfect roll. They'll have them locked down inside their own 5. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. They'll give it to the back. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Defensively, you know they're going to run it. You know they're going to try to create some space offensively and just try to run out of the goal line. So that's a frustrating one that hurts because the run game comes downhill. He gets a big gain, and now out of the own end zone. Now no safety to worry about. You can pass, you can run the whole playbook at your disposal.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. It's Wegman. Looking to the big tight end. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Going for the big play. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. He'll line it up from 34 yards out.
Encroachment defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive results in a field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking for space, it's Connors. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first 2 quarters under the microscope.
Second half just about ready to start, and Houston will kick it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
I agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football palm out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the...
There he goes! Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got a man. It's Williams. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Salter. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
That middle linebacker just wanted it more, man. He came right up the middle. He was able to beat and cross the offensive lineman's face and work his way to the QB.
Second down, he'll throw it. Caught over the middle, it's Miller. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab. The Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. To the air on 1st down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Grab behind the line. It's Hayden. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. 7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Touchdown, Colorado! They take the lead with the 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Wegman. That's caught. It's Connors. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Thomas. Tackle is made, but how about the toughness with this junior just standing in the fire and delivering the ball? Looking to throw on first down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cougars. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Eastern Michigan rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Ypsilanti. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, the ground game. And as they get into the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Salter. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Buffaloes will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Houston offense comes onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
To the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Broussard. Good, solid tackle.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The Cougars come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
The sure hands, it's Broussard. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. This time they'll go to the running game. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets to the 40, and it's a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Dropping back, it's Wegman. Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle. Touchdown, Houston! Hello! And they take it in for 6 more points. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Last drive was a quick 3-and-out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Wants to throw on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some.
Lofts one high and deep. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
They want that clock to run. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Quarterback on the keeper. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Good right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Pulls it in. It's Welch. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Powers through the defender. And the Buffaloes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the air, it's Salter. Fires toward the end zone. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Buffalo!
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And the extra point is good. Trailing by a touchdown here in the fourth, they'll try to get it back with the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Give to the running back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock and continue to tick.
This guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Looking downfield on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. Houston going up tempo. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cougar! That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Salter. And some room to work. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
At the 45 on his way. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
On the play. Second down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Atkins. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Miller. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, quarterback off target on that one. In this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Looking to throw, it's Wegman. He tries to take the top off. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Mano-a-mano, man. One-on-one go ball. Who's going to make a play? The defender steps up to the occasion, knocks that one away for an incompletion.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield.
And that's a really good play. That's a ball. That's thrown way down the field. A lot of time for me to do what? Get a little bit handsy, get my hands, force a PI. Stayed calm, did a nice job staying the course, got his hand on the football for the deflection.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it.